Everybody, it is a beautiful day here, and actually it's turned pretty cool, and we have a really breezy day. So we have decided that we're going to sit on the patio, have a fire pit roaring, and enjoy a cocktail. And so I'm going to make hot toddies. And I'm going to show you how to make them too. And it just takes a few ingredients. So let's get started. All you'll need for this recipe is some whiskey or bourbon, and bourbon is only whiskey that is made with 52% corn. Because whiskey is made with all grain, so is bourbon, but more corn on bourbon than there is in whiskey. So you can choose whichever brand you want. You see, I'm surrounded by several brands of whiskey and bourbon. Today I'm going to use Basil Hayden, which is a bourbon whiskey. It's a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. You will need lemons, but you can use oranges, but I'm going to use lemons. You will need hot water. You will need honey. Now, if you don't want to use honey, you can use simple syrup. And you know, I have told you several times how I make my simple syrup. It's just half water, half sugar, and you boil it and then bring it down to room temperature. And you can put it in the refrigerator if you're using a cold drink, but this is not. This is going to be a hot drink, especially for winter. You will use nutmeg. You can use star anise. You can use ginger. This is a recipe that is not set in stone. This recipe is very subjective because say you don't want to use clove, you want to use some ginger or star anise. Do so. Make it your own recipe. And of course you'll need a cup, and I'm using a glass mug. You can use a ceramic mug. You can use formal china if you want. And it depends on how you want to entertain or how formal you want to be for the evening. So your choice on that. And you can add other ingredients that you would like. Some type of citrus for garnish, some spices for flavor, honey, sugar. You can come up with your combination. I have had it with brown sugar, very good. Just be careful not to make it too sweet, but if you are a lover of brown sugar, go for it. I'm going to begin this cocktail by adding cloves, and I'll put all of the ingredients listed below, the ones that I'm using, and then there's some options that you might want to try. Now if you made this before, you might look and see if there are other options and kind of change it up a bit. So we're going to do 3 whole cloves, and that smells absolutely fabulous. And now we're going to add honey. We're going to have 1 teaspoon of honey, but as I said, if you want to use your simple syrup or brown sugar, be my guest. But I'm going to have 1 teaspoon of honey, and that will be 2 bar spoons. 1 and 2. What I am using is a Texas Pure Honey, unfiltered, raw, unprocessed honey. And I think this honey gives you an idea of why they call it a cold remedy or a cough medicine. Okay, we are at the beginning of something great already. Cloves and honey. Now we're going to add 2 ounces of the Basil Hayden Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. That's 2 ounces per cocktail. There's 2. There's 2. Now I'm going to put a touch of lemon juice in this cocktail. So I'm freshly squeezing this lemon. Let's put it out here so you can see it. Fresh squeezed lemon. Just a few drops, because you don't want it to be too acidic. That's plenty. And we'll take take the rest of it and slice it as garnish. We'll set that aside for a few minutes. Now for the step that makes it extra aromatic. Let's add about 4 ounces of water. It does not matter how much water you put in this. It depends on how strong you want your toddy. Now, toddies became popular long ago because it was probably in the 1800s when they started using ice in drinks, and before that all drinks were either room temperature or hot. And so you can imagine these were probably served during the winter. The cloves and the honey and a bit of bourbon with that warm water, oh my goodness. Let's add a couple of other items. Let's add a pinch of ground nutmeg. Now, if you have sticks of cinnamon, you could either put them in your warm water or your hot water. Actually, this was boiling when I put it out. Hot water with cinnamon sticks, if you like a lot of cinnamon. If not, just drop it in at the last minute. Because if you don't like the overpowering flavor of cinnamon, you could just have a touch of the flavor. Love a good nutmeg scent. Now with the lemons, you could do this either way. You could either add the lemon to the cocktail like this, just drop it in, or you can use it as a garnish and just put it to the side and then squeeze it in later, depending on how you want to serve it. I would think dropping it in before you serve it is a lot less formal. This is just a little nicety to have it on the side like that. So remember, it does not matter which bourbon or whiskey you use. I'm using the Basil Hayden. There's another Basil Hayden that's toast. I didn't want to use the Basil Hayden toast. I thought it had a little bit of a different flavor, but if you like that flavor, then go for it. Glenlivet, I have Jefferson's, Knob Creek, and Woodford Reserve. So we keep our bar stocked for any guest who want to stop by. If it's happy hour, come on over. Let's give this a bit of a stir because that honey may be sitting on the bottom. Oh, that is such a wonderful scent. I feel a cold coming on. I think I need a cough remedy. Now remember, you can add a bit of orange zest to this to give it an extra layer of flavor, but let's give this a try. Oh, that's yummy. So let's go have a chat by the fire. Oh my, what a fabulous evening. I didn't realize while we were making our hot toddy that it was raining. And so that made it even more cool outside, and this is more cozy with the fire. So if you don't have a fire pit, find a real cozy blanket and find something to watch on TV and enjoy your hot toddy. But I have been looking for a movie to watch, and I have had no luck. The two movies I wanted to see, or the two programs I wanted to see. One was the Pamela Anderson movie, The Last Showgirl, and I discovered that it's only on in the theaters. It's not on any streaming platform. So if you hear that she's going to be on, if you hear that the movie is going to be on one of the streaming platforms, let me know, because I'll go ahead and start planning for that, because I really want to see her in this movie. Apparently she is up for a lot of awards, so I hope she wins. She's been in show business forever. I'd like to see her get some kind of award at some time. And then I wanted to watch the White Lotus season 3. I watched season 1, which was in Hawaii. I'm looking for the information I have on that. Okay, season 1 was in Hawaii, season 2 was in Italy, and season 3 is going to be in Thailand. And I've been to Thailand, loved it. They filmed in Koh Samui, where'd it go? Oh, Koh Samui, Phuket, and Bangkok. And I have to tell you, Koh Samui's resorts are fabulous. Phuket resorts are fabulous. They're on the water. Most of them, I'm sure there's some that are not, but the ones that I'm aware of are on the water. The service at all of the resorts are fabulous. The food is fabulous. They have these incredible buffets. So if you have the opportunity to go to Thailand and stay at one of the resorts, please do that. So I'm anxious to see the White Lotus season 3 to see if they are at resorts that I've been to and see if they just show it in real life. I don't know if they elaborate on it, but I don't know how you could because everything is incredible anyway. But I'm looking forward to that. But it doesn't begin till I think it's February 16th. Yes, it's February 16th. And I thought it was going to be in January. So now I have to put that on hold, and I'm looking for a movie to watch this evening. So there's other things I can be doing, but I don't want to. I'd rather talk to you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not a subscriber, please tap that subscribe button. Right now, this is the best time to do it. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. And I will see you next week. Bye.